vibing with him at Le Mans. Apparently his teammate abandoned him.
Okay. Who was his teammate?
I reflexively want to say Brad Sellers, but I feel like that's probably wrong because I think
let's see it from Matthew Overton's perspective in the number 174 Lotus Esprit S1. Impressive consistency from Matthew Overton.
Knowing what's Knowing teammate with someone?
P2 for Matthew Overton, a quiet run so far. Overton continues to improve in Sector 1. Matthew Overton with the fastest Sector 2 so far.
We all got dance deep. Everything is stressful.
Here's the view from John Newman's cockpit in the number 11 Ferrari 512 B12 BBLM.
Sellers.
Oh, so he's not racing anymore?
He's not there for Le Mans.
Le Mans, okay.
I'm still surprised that
Matthew Overton now 8 laps done.
Penalties, but
Yeah, he talked to me one night and he said, "This is what I want to do." I said, "You know, you're the admin. You can't say one way or the other."
yeah.
I mean, we used to not
Switching to John Newman's onboard in the number 11 Ferrari 512 BBLM.
We are the last, what, 2 years or 3 years? We've been doing it the other way. But then again, I said, as long as we don't have anything written, and you want to do it this way,
John Newman running in P4.
Written rules saying, like the way you were doing the last 3 years, then no, you cannot change. And then he did reread the rules, his own rules, and said, no, nothing is written. I said, okay. As you wish.
Fastest in 2LSP 05 AM, John Yuan 129.681.
Fortunately, yeah, he has some OCD
The times are
problems
coming
and
down for
these
Matthew
little
Overton.
things that he gets stuck and he doesn't want to change his mind. Once he made up his mind, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see his point, but it breaks the consistency.
Matthew Overton holding P2.
And that's kind of my larger concern because I feel like the reason that numbers are dropping is
Now with the 2LSP G5 AM leader John Ewan, 7th in the championship.
Yeah.
things like that. And,
yeah, these kind of things are not helping either. So.
running your lime rock setup here?
Who, me?
Yeah.
If you call it a setup, yeah.
You don't?
Because of you,
Gilles
all of my
yet to stand on
setups
the top
are
step this
just
season.
have
5
to
rounds
save
in.
fuel, more fuel saving.
Why is that my fault?
Every single race now. I cannot enjoy the races anymore.
John Yulian finding time in sector
Now
1.
I'm gonna sound like
Here's
George.
the U2L SP05 AM leader, Matthew Overton.
This is starting off not super promising.
How did you like my Limerick Park race?
I don't know what setup you had there.
Oh, it was specifically for that race and fuel saving.
I mean, we were close until my frame rate dropped to about 5 FPS randomly about every other lap.
That was later in the
72
race,
purple
right?
for Matthew Overton.
After the pit stop?
Ross Smith currently P2.
It started
2
off
LSPG
early
5
on,
amp.
and then it seemed to like kind of fix itself. So I'm like, all right, well maybe it's just something happening when we're all bunched up. And then after that,
On board with John Ewing in the number 111 Ferrari 512 BBLM. That's John Young's best sector 1 of the session.
Hey, Jills?
Yep.
What kind of setup are you running? You know, what's that time? Is that pushing or
Just trying
conservative? What
to
is
go,
it?
not to go off. It's the lime rock that I find too slippery.
P2 for Matthew Overton, a quiet run so far.
Here? Yeah. This track is very slippery.
Personal best in sector 1 for Matthew Overton. Now on board with John Leon driving the number 111 Ferrari 512 BBLM.
Yak. Come on.
Just trying to find a difference. Making the car twist.
Well, believe me, the Ferrari is the worst when it comes to adjusting gears. Like, very limited options.
P3 John Leon, keeping it clean. John Leon is getting into a rhythm now. Switching to Gilles Lalonde's onboard in the number 65 Ford Zaxpeed Mustang. Gilles Lalonde's found some pace in the last few laps. Gilles Lalonde goes purple in sector 3.
By the way, in the total points, Ross, I think Carl made a mistake. You should have 20
Matthew
or
Overton
19
has
points
completed
more
14
than I
laps
do,
now.
actually.
Now with the 2L
I mean,
SP
more than
G5
you do
and
now.
leader John Wuyan, 7th in the championship.
Or he used 2 drop rounds already. Maybe, I don't know. Probably he did.
Is he doing multiple drop rounds?
I guess. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. Because you missed one race and
From
I missed
Matthew
2
Overton's
races.
perspective in the number 174 Lotus Esprit S1. Championship leader Gilles Lalonde heading into today's race. Matthew Overton holding P2.
What the hell is mosquito.exe and why is it running?
Something has gone wrong for Gil Lalonde in 2LSP Duo 5. Let's take a look.
Eclipse Mosquito MQTT broker on Windows. Lightweight message broker allowing IoT devices, sensors, and applications to communicate using the publish.
We're back with Adrian Rice in P3. Now with the U2L SP Duo 5 AM leader Matthew Overton, 10th in the championship. Matthew Overton tops the sector 3 times. Here's the view from Adrian Rice's cockpit in the number 21 Lotus S1. SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of straight 1. Better traction for U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver on board with Matthew Overton in the number 174 Lotus SBS1. U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton carries more speed into turn 1. Better entry speed for U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton at turn 1. What's the braking into turn 1? U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is later there. U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton braking deeper into turn 1. U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton has the edge on entry to turn 1. Matthew Overton running in P2. Let's see it from Adrian Rice's perspective in the number 21 Lotus SBS1.
Yeah, I show up every now and then.
U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from straight 1. U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out to straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton. U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from straight 1. Better traction for U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton out of straight 1. U2L SP Duo 5 AM driver Matthew Overton
to me for the Cadillacs, but it was after I'd sent everything to George. So I don't know if they'll make it in. You might have to run them as loose skins.
Can Carl Strawell finally take that top step? 4 races in and still looking for a win.
Apologies for that. I tried to ping Brent. I know that he was busy.
Strong drive out of straight 1 for U2L SP. Let's check on Adrian Rice
he was busy too, so
in U2L SP Duo 5
he got him done
AM.
when he got him done.
Is he still modding? Or is he just kind of chillaxing and interested in doing racing?
Better entry speed
He's
for
doing a little
U2L
bit of everything,
SP05 AM driver Matthew Overton at turn 1. Watch the braking into turn 1.
I know every once in a
U2L
while
SP05 AM
he'll
driver
send me a
Matthew
DM of
Overton is later there.
some new wacky
U2L
car that-
SP05 AM driver Matthew Overton braking
Very
deeper into
entertaining.
turn 1.
You know,
Better
like the
entry
Oscar
speed for
Mayer
U2L
videos,
SP05 AM driver Matthew Overton at turn 1.
like the U.S. postal trucks or something like that.
Here's Lanny Hall
I'm
in
like, you
P2
really do
in
want to
2L
just have a
SP05
wacky
AM.
racer session, don't you?
Adrian Rice fastest in U2L SP05 AM, 127.228. That's 0.43 quicker than Matthew Overton.
What happens if someone has a skin that are already in the
P6 for Lanny Hall, a
And the
quiet
RF
run
mods.
so far.
and then he runs the loose skin too?
It would take the loose skin.
It will.
Yes. I mean, that's
I mean-
kind of the whole idea that we'd have people
Now
Send
with the
in whatever
U2L
they're gonna do.
SP05 AM leader Adrian Rice.
and then they could use loose skins over top of that. If they didn't change too much, or, however they want to do it, because it would retain their team information and all that kind of stuff, and generally look pretty similar to whatever they're typically
Better
running.
traction for U2L SP05 AM driver Matthew Overton out of straight 1.
Like that's
U2L
honestly what,
SP05 AM
Stephen
driver
Miller should be
Matthew
doing
Overton
for
is
a
quicker
while.
on the power out of straight 1.
Since the other thing-
U2L SP05 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better
Yeah, I
exit
didn't
from
actually
straight
see
1.
any difference in this.
Strong drive out of straight
That's
1
strong.
for U2L
We just
SP05
added
AM
the
driver
name
Matthew
to the,
Overton.
to the
U2L
sort of the
SP05
A-rail.
AM driver Matthew Overton
okay.
accelerating harder from straight 1. U2L SP05 AM
Yeah,
driver
and,
Matthew switching to U2L SP05 AM P2 Matthew Overton.
The CMS Pro Portos, we're gonna run at least 2 blues and 2 reds. My actor suggested that we should all run same paint scheme and graphics.
20 laps
with
completed
just
by
different
Matthew
colors.
Overton.
Keep them all the same, and have the same numbers on the side. Just all use the same exact.
Let's check on Lanny Hall, P2 in 2L SP05 AM.
By the way, on the the drivers' positions and whatnot on the left side in broadcast,
Matthew Overton has slowed dramatically in U2L
it shows that we
SP05
are
AM.
and we
Here's
are.
the replay.
Like, I looked some of the other similar last name, like Boost Brothers. They have distinct names, like or name initials maybe, in front of their last name. But with Troy and I, it just says we are.
Back to Lanny Hall, running P2 in 2L
You know what it
SP05
is.
AM.
It should be T and J in front.
No, it isn't.
Now
it
with 2L
hasn't been.
SP05
I don't
AM
know.
P3, Ross Smith. Lanny Hall tops 2L SP05 AM with a
You can set the
127.200.
option to be first initial, last name, just last name, or full name.
Here's the view from Lanny Hall's cockpit in the number 54
But,
Zaxby Mustang.
That applies to everyone, not just to one set of people. The only way it might do that is if for some reason you didn't have a first name, but I don't even know if that's a thing.
No, we both have. full
P3 Lanny
names, I
Hall,
think,
keeping it
in
clean.
our package.
Are you talking in the tower or like in the little display, like the icon down on the right?
No, the positions list on the left side of the screen.
Gilles Lalonde still searching for that
Yeah, if
first
it's
win
showing
of
a
the
first
season
initial
after
for
5
everyone, it should.
starts.
Do that for you too.
Yeah, it never distincts, and the broadcasters are sometimes get confused too. Sometimes they mix us up. They think that I am in 4th place or whatever, or sometimes, they think Troy.
You look a lot alike, you gotta admit.
You guys look
Lanny
the
Hall
same.
goes green in sector 3.
You know, it's not surprising people are surprised.
I don't know what you mean. Like a car behavior?
No, if you look
No,
at each other,
he's-
you look like each other.
Really? No, he's definitely faster than me. So.
Not according to the championship tables.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me too.
Let's ride with Lanny Hall in the number 50 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. On board with Adrian Rice, the number 21 Lotus Esprit S1. Quick collapse now
Worse
from
on
Adrian
the steer
Rice.
on the setup for this track compared to Lime Rock. This track is slippery for sure.
Adrian Rice maintaining P2.
Still building it
If you go by the color of the
Switching to Ross
rubber,
Smith's
it
on board
looks like
in the number
there's
0
good enough rubber,
BMW
but
M1 Group
I don't
5.
think so.
2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith and 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall trading time through straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith with the entry, 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall with the exit of straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith, and let's see it from Lanny Hall's perspective in the number 50 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall brakes later. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith exits faster at straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall with the entry, 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith with the exit at straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall and 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith trading time through straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall brakes later. John Maher holding P8. Here's the view from Ross Smith's cockpit in the number 0 BMW M1 Group 5. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith with the entry, 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall with the exit at straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith and 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall trading advantages through straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith brakes later. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall exits faster at straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith is faster in, but 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall gets the better exit from straight 1. 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Ross Smith with the entry, 2LSP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall with the exit at straight 1. Let's ride with Lanny Hall in the number 50 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. Let's see it from Gilles Lalonde's perspective. Oh, Matthew Overton is in trouble in U2LSP Gear 5 AM. Here's the replay.
I forgot that I made my setup.
Returning to Gilles Lalonde in P1 in 2LS. On board with John Ewan in the number 111 Ferrari 500 Hotel BBLM.
No asphalt there, John.
He's going, he will need asphalt.
John Young, now 12 laps done. Now on board with John Maher, driving a number 88 Lotus Esprit S1. Something has gone wrong for John Maher in U2L SPG5 AM. Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah.
We're back with John Maher in P3. Let's ride with John Ewan in the number 11 Ferrari 512 BBLM. John Maher into P3 and U2L SPG5 AM, 144.783. Switching to U2L SPG5 and P3, John Maher.
Updating the driver and restarting has been beneficial, so I guess we'll see.
Number
Better
story.
traction for U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Oates. Let's see it from
so
Lanny
far,
Hall's
no.
perspective in the number 50 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. The times are coming down for Lanny Hall. Different approaches at straight 1 2L SPG5 AM driver Lanny Hall carries
Seems to be a
more
lot of
speed.
smoke up
2L
in front of you,
SPG5 AM driver John Ewan accelerates harder. 2L SPG5 AM driver Lanny Hall on board with Johnny Gutierrez in the number
Normal for a
102
Ferrari.
Ford Zaxby's Mustang.
There's smoke, there's Ferrari. Did you get to see the beginning of that Monza race? The GT World, whatever.
Johnny Gutierrez
No.
cruising in P9.
It was,
I don't watch GT World races.
No, but I thought maybe if you were like, you know, on YouTube or something.
Oh, like a
it
clip?
popped up.
No, I didn't. What happened?
It was about the
That's the quickest
most
Sector 2 we've
exciting
seen. Johnny
ACC
Gutierrez.
open lobby you could have hoped for at Monza.
Fastest in 2L SPG5, Johnny Gutierrez, 125.257.
Oh, yeah, that was brilliant.
That's 0.09 quicker than Gilles Lalonde. 2L SPG5 driver
Very
Gilles
impressive.
Lalonde accelerates.
Oh yeah, just like cars everywhere. Oh my god.
Gilles Lalonde has completed 19 laps now. Let's check on 2L SPG5 leader Johnny Gutierrez. 2L SPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde gets a better exit from straight 1. Better traction for 2L SPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde out of straight 1.
Oh, come on.
Strong driver out of straight 1 for 2L SPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde. 2L SPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde is quicker on the power out of straight 1. Better traction for 2L SPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2L SPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde. Gilles Lalonde yet to stand on the top step this season, 5 rounds in. Sector 1 improvement for Johnny Gutierrez. A new session best through Sector 2 for Johnny Gutierrez. Two LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde. Gilles Lalonde currently P2 in 2 LSPG5. Here's the view from Brian Hall's cockpit in the number 43 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall carries more speed into straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall is later there. Better entry speed for 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall at straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall carries more speed into straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall braking deeper into straight 1. Better entry speed for 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall at straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall has the edge on entry to straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall is later there. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Let's see it from Johnny Gutierrez's perspective in the number 102 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. Purple sector 1 for Johnny Gutierrez. A spin for Lanny Hall in 2 LSPG5 AM. Let's take another look. Back to Johnny Gutierrez, running P1 in 2 LSPG5. 2 LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde is quicker on the power out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2 LSPG on board with Karl Struhl in the number 42 BMW 320 Turbo Group 5. New 2 LSPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from straight 1. New 2 LSPG5 AM driver Matthew 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall braking deeper into straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall has the edge on entry to straight 1. Better entry speed for 2 LSPG5 AM. Now with the 2 LSPG5 leader and championship leader Gilles Lalonde. Gilles Lalonde is getting into a rhythm now. Oh, Adrian Rice has spun in U2 LSPG5 AM. Let's see that again. Returning to Gilles Lalonde in P1. Oh, pack racing. Johnny Gutierrez, John Nguyen and Karl Struhl all within touching distance. 2 LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde gets a better exit from straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2 LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde. Now with the 2 LSPG5 AM leader Brian Hall, third in the championship. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall is later there. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall braking deeper into straight 1. 2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall has the edge on entry to straight 1.
I don't know if his issues
2 LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall carries. Let's check on Oliver Day P3 in 2 LSPG5. Straight 1 is where 2 LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez pulls away. That's where 2 LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez is making time through straight 1.
Technical issues.
2 LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez consistently faster through straight 1. Straight 1 is where 2 LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez pulls away. That's where 2 LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez is making time through straight 1. 2 LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez has the advantage at straight 1. Can Karl Struhl finally take that top step? 4 races in and still looking. Here's the view from John Maher's cockpit in the number 88 Lotus Esprit S1. Quicker laps now from John Maher. That's John Maher's best sector 1 of the
Can
session.
y'all hear me?
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I broke one of my
Better
button
entry
clusters,
speed for
so
two
I'm gonna have to be
LSPG5
on.
driver
I
Brian
don't
Hall
have
at
push to
straight one.
talk. It's voice
Watch the braking
activated, so
into
let me
straight
know
one,
if
2
anything's
LSP
too.
Gear 5 and driver
Shit, yeah,
Brian Hall
my
is
crew
later
chief
there.
will be talking. No.
2 LSP Gear
Anyway,
5 and driver
I'll try to
Brian,
figure out what I gotta
switching
do.
to 2
But yeah, I don't
LSP Gear
have
5
force feedback,
P3
so
Oliver Day.
I'm gonna try to drive, but I'll admin and probably leave when I get in lap so many times.
Oh man, that is frustrating.
Yeah,
Oliver
I've
Day
been
maintaining
with this for
P3.
2 days. I don't even want to talk about it. When it gets resolved, it gets resolved. But for now, we'll just make do.
Yeah.
And I did order new cluster deals that came in today. I just ain't had time to switch them for my. I broke a bracket, is what I did on my Fanatec.
Let's see it from Ross Smith's perspective in the number 0 BMW M1 Group 5.
They're not that
2
robust,
LSP
but
Gear 5 am driver Ross Smith brakes later. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver Lanny Hall exits faster at straight one. Different approach to straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to destroy the wheel
Brian
itself
Hall,
like
and
that,
2
but I
LSP
managed
Gear
to find
5 am
something else
driver
to
Ross Smith
destroy
trading
on it,
time through
so.
straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver Brian
You
Hall
and
brakes
George,
later.
probably you
2
guys can
LSP
compete
Gear
on
5
how to
am driver Ross
destroy,
Smith
abuse
exits faster at straight one.
Your equipment
2
contest.
LSP Gear 5 am
Yeah,
driver
the
Brian Hall
T29,
is faster in,
that's not
but
quite
2
as robust
LSP
as
Gear
this
5 am driver Ross
Fanatec,
Smith
but I
gets the
did
better
manage to
exit from
destroy.
straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver
Yeah.
Brian Hall has the edge on entry to straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver Brian Hall carries more
I
speed
know
into straight
George
one.
has no finesse, but
Watch the
what
braking
is your
into
problem?
straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver
Just
Brian
taking
Hall.
it all out.
Now on board with Oliver Day, driving the number 50 BMW M1 Group 5. Straight one is where 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez pulls away. 2 LSP Gear 5 Johnny Gutierrez is pushing through straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerating harder in straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez is quicker on
So
the
you're
power out of
going
straight
all out?
one. Strong drive out of straight one for 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Johnny
Alright,
Gutierrez.
switching
2
roles here.
LSP Gear 5 driver
Like
Johnny
one full
Gutierrez.
tank on your refill will get you. Are you even gonna
Different
need a
approaches
full?
at straight one to 2
full fill
LSP
at
Gear
the
5
halfway
am
point,
driver Ross
whatever.
Smith carries more speed. 2 LSP
I
Gear
haven't
5
even
am driver Lanny
calculated
Hall
'cause I ain't even
accelerates
played
harder. 2
hardly any
LSP Gear
laps
5
here.
am driver Ross Smith with the entry. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver Brian Hall with the exit at straight one.
Make it on
2 LSP Gear 5 am driver Ross Smith brakes later. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver Brian Hall.
Liters per lap.
Here's the 2 LSP Gear 5 am leader, Brian Hall. 2 LSP
OPEC is
Gear
gonna
5
love you
am driver
with that
Brian Hall,
fuel
braking
mileage.
deeper into straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 am
mean,
driver Brian Hall has the edge on
that
entry
what
to
you're
straight
burning?
one. Better entry
Yeah.
speed for
Was.
2 LSP Gear 5 am
Yeah.
driver Brian Hall at straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 am driver
I do
Brian
have to
Hall
back it
carries
off a
more
little
speed
bit
into
in
straight
spots
one.
so I don't just
Watch
cut
the braking
tires,
into
but-
straight one, 2 LSP Gear. Here's Oliver Day in P3 in 2. Oh, John Maher has slowed dramatically in U2 LSP Gear 5 am. Here's the replay.
I don't like the word, but I just hate this last corner. Or that double apex before the last corner, I should say.
Yeah.
We're back with Oliver Day in P3 in
These
2
tires
LSP
are
Gear 5. Better traction for 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez. On board with Johnny Gutierrez in the number 102 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. Losing a bit of pace now, Johnny Gutierrez. Better
There's
entry
definitely
speed
better
for 2
grip
LSP
now,
Gear 5
better
driver
rubber.
Gilles Lalonde at straight one.
Yeah.
2 LSP Gear 5 driver Gilles Lalonde carries more speed into straight one.
Shows up.
Watch the braking into straight one. 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Gilles Lalonde is later there. Better entry speed for 2 LSP Gear 5 driver Gilles Lalonde at straight one.
Mustangs seem to be pretty good tonight.
Matthew Overton still searching for that first win of the Oh, Lanny Hall lost the rear in 2 LSP Gear 5 am. Here's the replay. Back to Oliver Day, running P3 in 2LSPG5. 2LSPG5 driver Oliver Day and 2LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez trading advantages through straight 1. Different approaches at straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Oliver Day carries more speed. 2LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez. Let's see it from Johnny Gutierrez's perspective in the number 102 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde has the edge on entry to straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde is later there. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde braking deeper into straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde has the edge on entry to straight 1. 2L. Oh, Adrian Rice is in trouble in U2L SPG5 AM. Here's the replay.
Yeah, if you're pushing understeer, that
Returning to Johnny Gutierrez in P2.
that double apex corner is killer.
Gilles Lalonde has found some pace in the last few laps. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde is quicker on the power out of straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde gets a better exit from straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde is later there. Better entry speed for 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde at straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde carries more speed into straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde is later there. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde has the edge. Let's check on Ross Smith, P2 in 2LSPG5 AM. Ross Smith is struggling to maintain the pace. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith and 2LS. Johnny Gutierrez's pace is fading. Better entry speed for 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde at straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez brakes later. Now on board with Brian Hall driving the number 43 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. 2LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall with the entry. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith with the exit at straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall is later there. 2LSPG5 AM driver Brian Hall. Let's ride with JT Tammy in the number 55 Porsche 930. Oh, a spin for Matthew Overton in U2LSPG5 AM. Let's take another look.
Overton has gone off in madness.
Matt's lost his mind, went off in madness.
That's what it said.
Me?
We're back with JT Tammy in P3 to. Oh, look at this. 3 cars. The times are coming down for Gilles Lalonde. Different approaches at straight 1. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde carries more speed. 2LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerates harder. 2LSPG5 driver Gilles Lalonde. 2LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez trading on board with JT Tammy in the number 55 Porsche 935 K3. 2LSPG5 driver JT Tammy's quicker on the power out of turn 1. 2LSPG5 driver JT Tammy accelerating harder from turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2LS. Oh, Ross Smith has spun in 2LSPG5 AM. Let's see that again. Back to JT Tammy, running P1. Quicker laps now from Oliver Day. 10 minutes to go. 2LSPG5 driver Oliver Day and 2LSP. Now on board with Johnny Gutierrez driving the number 102 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. The lap times are starting to drop off for Johnny Gutierrez. 2LSPG5 driver Johnny Gutierrez is quicker on the power out of straight 1. 2LSP Dual 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerating harder from... John Maher has found some pace in the last few laps. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from turn 1. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of turn 1. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. John Maher ticking off the laps on lap 12. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver John Maher gets a better exit from turn 2. Better traction for U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver John Maher out of turn 2. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver John Maher switching to JT Tammy's onboard in the number 55 Porsche 935 K3. SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy gets a better exit from turn 1. Better traction for 2LSP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy out of turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2LSP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy. 2LSP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy accelerating harder from turn 1. Better traction for 2LSP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy out of turn 1. 2LSP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy gets a better exit. Let's see it from Gilles Lalonde's perspective in the number 65 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. Gilles Lalonde is struggling to maintain the pace. The times are coming down for John Maher. Now with the 2L SP Dual 5 leader and championship leader, JT Tammy. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy. Better traction for 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy out of turn 1. 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy accelerating harder from turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy. Better traction for 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy out of turn 1. 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy is quicker on the power out of turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy. 2L SP Dual 5 driver JT Tammy gets a... Oh, 3 cars going at it. Ross Smith, Matthew Overton and Lanny Hall. Losing a bit of pace now, Ross Smith.
Sorry, Ross.
Something has gone wrong for Matthew
it's
Overton in
actually
U2L
still-
SP Dual 5 AM. Let's take a look.
Oh,
Do a hot lap.
oh, hot lap.
Returning to Ross Smith in P2 in 2LSP G5 AM. Now with the 2LSP G5 leader and championship leader JT Tammy. 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy braking deeper into straight 1. 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy has the edge on entry to straight 1. 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy carries more speed into straight 1. Better entry speed for 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy at straight 1. 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy has the edge on entry to straight 1. 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy braking deeper into straight 1. Better entry speed for 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy at straight 1. 2LSP G5 driver JT Tammy carries more speed into straight 1. Johnny Gutierrez, currently P3 in 2LSP G5. Johnny Gutierrez's pace is fading. 2LSP Dual 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerating harder from straight 1. Switching to 2LSP Gear 5, 5 minutes remaining. Quicker laps now from Oliver Day. P3 for John Yuan in 2LSP Gear 5 AM with a 126.682. That's 0.95 behind Brian Hall. That's where 2LSP Gear 5 driver JT Tammy is making time through turn 1. 2 LSP Gear 5 driver JT Tammy has the advantage at turn 1. Better traction
There's no
for 2
objection. We'll
LSP
just
Gear
let
5
this
driver
clock
JT
run out
Tammy
and run
out
into
of turn 1.
qualifying. I'm not going to bother
2
to read
LSP Gear 5 driver JT
brief
Tammy gets a
because
better
it's the
exit.
same crew.
Here's the view from
Everybody knows
JT
what
Tammy's
we're
cockpit
doing,
in the
so-
number 55 Porsche 935.
That's all right.
Oh, Carl Struhol
Yeah,
lost the
just
rear
don't fuck
in
up.
U2L SP Gear 5 AM. Here's the replay.
Do you have it set for a safety car, or is it the manual?
No, I
like
put
usual?
stand and start, so it's gonna. That now I realized what I had been doing wrong.
To be clear, my comments generated towards everyone. That's the only rule they need to know.
We're back with JT Tammy in P1 in 2L SP
Yeah, so
Gear 5.
and that's one thing. Bear
2L
with me. I'm
SP Gear
driving
5
without
driver
force
JT
feedback,
Tammy
so I'm
braking
slower
deeper
than
into straight
normal,
one.
and I'm
Better
gonna try to
entry
hold a
speed for
steady
2L
line
SP Gear 5
and
driver
stay
JT
out of
Tammy in
people's
straight
way.
one.
So bear with
2L
me,
SP
folks.
Gear 5 driver JT Tammy carries more speed into straight one. John Wian has found some pace in the last few laps. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen. Better traction for 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen out of... Now with the 2L SP Gear 5 leader and championship leader JT Tammy.
No, I just said I'm not gonna read the briefing. There is a printed briefing in the discussion. You can click on that link and read it if you want to.
In discussion?
Yeah. Who is that talking? I'm sorry.
John.
JT
Okay,
Tammy holding
sorry.
P1.
John's very quiet.
Yeah, I got my mic turned down.
Yeah, the OZ ends at the end of turn 2. So once you're through the keyhole onto that long back straightaway, that's the end of the orange zone. That's about the only real difference. And then
Let's
stay
check on
left
John
when you're
Nguyen
entering
P2
the
in 2L
pits.
SP Gear
And
5
stay
AM.
left when you're exiting the pits.
2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen gets a better exit from turn 2. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen accelerating harder from turn 2. Better traction for 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen out to turn 2. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen is quicker on the power out of turn 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen gets a better exit from turn 1. Better traction for 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Nguyen out of turn 1.
bet this track's a
Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SP. 2 minutes left in the session. Here's Ross Smith in P3 in 2L SP Gear 5 AM. Ross Smith is struggling to maintain the pace. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny Hall gets a better exit from turn 1. Better traction for 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Lanny. Switching to U2L SP Gear 5
Hey, Brian,
AM
look, there's
leader
an exploding
Adrian Rice.
porta-john.
Times are coming down for Adrian Rice.
Good exploding or bad exploding?
Exploding, blind, I get it.
"26 laps completed by Adrian Rice.
Do it.
Wasn't me.
That was good.
Strong
It
drive out
wasn't
to turn 1 for U2L SP Gear.
How much is
1
that
minute
blow
to
up
go.
doll for, anyway?
U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew switching to Matthew Overton's on board in the number 174 Lotus Esprit S1. Losing a bit of pace now, Matthew Overton.
When this timer runs out and we run it into qualifying, we'll go ahead and split it into 2 groups. I mean, there's 4 of us. Instead of putting all 12 of us on the track together, we'll just let the 2 leaders, under 2 leaders, run first, and then the big boys can go out, and they're 2 leaders. JT, if you wouldn't mind signaling, telling
lap
us when
times
to
are
get the hell
starting
off
to
the
drop
track
off
and when
for
you all
Ross
can
Smith.
line up to go out. Okay,
Ross Smith
no
finding
worries.
time in sector 1.
thank you.
Now with U2L SP Gear 5 and P2.
Those who don't spell
Practice
out
is
their first
over.
name but
We're
use
waiting
just
for timing
initials
and
only can
scoring
use
to
first and
finalize
second gear.
the results.
Uh-oh. Special conditions.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like any. Oh, wait, no. It's going to be that the only Porsche in the field tonight. Interesting.
Wild that the car nobody wants to drive gets BOP'd further.
That is strange, isn't it?
Wild.
Strange design choice.
Go get him, U2Ls.
All right, 10 minutes, folks.
Let's check on Carl Struhol, P4 in U2L SPG5 AM.
And I will try to stay out anybody's way that comes up on me.
Let's check on U2L SPG5 AM, leader Adrian Rice. Adrian Rice running in P7. Here's John Maher in P3 in U2L SPG5 AM. P10 John Maher keeping it clean. Now with the U2L SPG5 AM leader Adrian Rice, 8th in the championship. A spin for John Maher in U2L SPG5 AM. Let's take another look. Back to Adrian Rice, running P1 in U2L SPG5 AM. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton. Let's see it from Carl Struhl's perspective in the number 42 BMW 322 Turbo Group 5. U2L SPG5 AM driver Carl Struhl is faster in, but U2L SPG5 AM driver John Maher. Let's ride with Matthew Overton in the number 174 Lotus S1. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton consistently faster through straight one. That's where U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton is making time through straight one. Watch the braking into straight one. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton is later there. Better entry speed for U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton at straight one. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of straight one. Better traction for U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton out of straight one. P2 for Matthew Overton, a quiet run so far. On board with Adrian Rice in the number 21 Lotus Esprit S1. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton as the... Here's the view from Carl Struhl's cockpit in the number 42 BMW 320 Turbo Group 5. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from straight one. U2L SPG5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton out of straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from straight 1. Different approaches at straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Karl Struhl carries more speed. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Maher accelerates harder. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Karl Struhl brakes later. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Maher exits faster at straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Karl Struhl and U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Maher. Switching to Adrian Rice is on board in the number 21 Lotus Esprit S1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton carries more speed into straight 1. Better entry speed for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton at straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton braking deeper into straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton has the edge on entry to straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is later there. Better entry speed for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton at straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton has the edge on entry to straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is later there. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver John Maher with the entry. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Karl Struhl with the exit at straight 1. Different approaches at straight 1. U2L SP. Let's ride with Karl Struhl in the number 42 BMW 320 Turbo Group 5. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from turn 1. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton out of turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew. Now with the U2L SP Gear 5 AM leader Adrian Rice, 8th in the championship. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of turn 1. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice gets a better exit from straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice accelerating harder from straight 1. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice is quicker on the power out of straight 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton out of turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton on board with Matthew Overton in the number 174 Lotus Esprit S1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of turn 1. Better traction for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Matthew Overton out of turn 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for U2L SP. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out of... Now on board with Adrian Rice driving the number 21 Lotus SPS1. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton accelerating harder from turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton gets a better exit from turn 1. U2L SP Dual 5 AM driver Matthew Overton is quicker on the power out at turn 1. Better traction for U2L SP Dual 5 AM.
2L, time's up. Finish your laps. 2L may start.
Carl Struhel yet to stand on the top step this season, 4 rounds in. Now with the 2L SP Dual 5 AM leader, Ross Smith. Ross Smith holding P9. Here's the 2L SP Gear 5 leader, JT Tummy. JT Tummy cruising in P5. Now with 2L SP Gear 5 and P2, Brian Hall. Let's see it from Ross Smith's perspective in the number 0 BMW M1 Group 5. Straight 1 is where 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall pulls away. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall is quicker through straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall consistently faster through straight 1. Straight 1 is where 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall pulls away. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall is quicker through straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall has the advantage straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall consistently faster through straight 1. That's where 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian 2L SP Gear 5 driver Gilles Lalonde gets a better exit from straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 driver Gilles Lalonde accelerating harder from straight 1. Better traction for 2L SP Gear 5 driver Gilles Lalonde out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2L SP Gear. Switching to 2L SP Gear 5 P3, Johnny Gutierrez. Johnny Gutierrez goes purple in sector 1. 2L SP Gear 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez and 2L SP Gear 5 driver JT Tummy trading advantages through straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 driver Johnny Gutierrez is faster in, but 2L SP... Here's the view from Brian Hall's cockpit in the number 43 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall has the advantage at straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall is quicker through straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall consistently faster through straight 1. Straight 1 is where 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall pulls away. That's where 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall is making time through straight 1. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall is quicker through straight 1. Straight 1 is where 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall pulls away. 2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Brian Hall now on board with Johnny Gutierrez driving the number 102 Ford Zaxby's Mustang. Different approaches at straight 1. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez carries more speed. 2L SPGO5 driver JT Tammy accelerates harder. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez and let's see it from JT Tammy's perspective. Lanny Hall has slowed dramatically in 2L SPGO5 AM. Here's the replay. Returning to JT Tammy in P2, 2L SPGO5. 2L SPGO5 driver JT Tammy. Let's ride with John Yuan in the number 11 Ferrari 512 BBLM. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 AM driver Ross Smith out of turn 1. 2L SPGO5 AM driver Ross Smith accelerating, switching to Gilles Lalonde on board in the number 65 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. You could set your watch by Gilles Lalonde's lap times. 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde is quicker on the power out of straight 1. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde out of straight 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde. 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde is quicker on the power out of straight 1. 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde gets a better exit from straight 1. 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde accelerating harder from straight 1. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde. On board with JT Tammy in the number 55 Porsche 935 K3. 2L SPGO5 driver JT Tammy is quicker on the power out of turn 1. 2L SPGO5 driver JT Tammy. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez out of turn 1. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerating harder from turn 1. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez gets a better exit from turn 1. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez out of turn 1. 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde consistently faster through straight 1. That's where 2L SPGO5 driver Gilles Lalonde is making time through straight 1. Johnny Gutierrez running in P1. Let's check on Lanny Hall, P4 in 2L SPGO5 AM. 2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall is quicker on the power out of turn 1. 2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall gets a better exit. Here's Oliver Day in P4 in 2L SPGO5. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerating harder from turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez is quicker on the power out of turn 1. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez out of turn 1. Strong drive out of turn 1 for 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez. 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez gets a better exit from turn 1. Let's ride with Brian Hall in the number 43 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. .2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall now on board with Johnny Gutierrez driving the number 102 Ford Zaxbyed Mustang. Fastest sector 2 of the session, Johnny Gutierrez. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 driver Johnny Gutierrez out of turn. Here's the view from John Yuan's cockpit in the number 111 Ferrari 512 BBLM. 2L SPGO5 AM driver Ross Smith accelerating harder from turn 1. Better entry speed for 2L SPGO5 AM driver John Yuan at straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1. 2L SPGO5 AM driver John Yuan is later there. 2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall gets a better exit from turn 2. Better traction for 2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall out of turn 2. Strong drive out of turn 2 for 2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall. 2L SPGO5 AM driver Brian Hall is quicker on the power out of turn 2. Better traction for 2LSP Geo5 AM driver Brian. Let's see it from JT Tammy's perspective in the number 55 Porsche 935 K3. 2LSP Geo5 driver Johnny Gutierrez gets a better exit from turn 1. 2LSP Geo5 driver Johnny Gutierrez accelerating harder from turn 1. Strong drive out of straight 1 for 2LSP Geo5 driver Gilles Lalonde. 2LSP Geo5 driver Gilles Lalonde gets a better exit. 2LSP Geo5 AM driver Brian Hall has the edge on entry to straight 1. 2LSP Geo5 AM driver Brian Hall braking deeper into straight 1. Watch the braking into straight 1, 2LSP Geo5 AM. Oh, the checkered flag is out for qualifying. We'll have the results once timing and scoring confirm the final order.
All right. Well, look at that. Y'all had a knockdown drag out for that pole position, didn't you? Congratulations, JT.
And Johnny sitting in the 122 club.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And then congratulations to Matt. And look at that proximity to Adrian on that fastest lap, 500ths. That's pretty darn tight. And I actually went faster than I've gone, so I feel good about with no force feedback to do that. So
I've already had my celebratory scotch, so I'll be a wreck for the race.
Oh well. Well, if y'all want, we can go ahead and do the full 10 minutes of warm up, and we'll just roll this thing into the race. JT knows the drill; he'll roll us around, and each row starts as they cross the start-finish line. That's how we do it, MNRL style. So.
Qualifying classification confirmed. Now for 2LSP Geo5. JT Tammy in the number 55 935 K3 takes pole with 122.715. Johnny Gutierrez and Gilles Lalonde complete the top 3.
It's just Detroit
For
that has
2LSP
that
Geo5
funny
Brian Hall
start finish.
in the number 43 Ford Zaxby Mustang
Well,
on
like
pole
in real life,
with 124.
Ohio does it.
Ross Smith in the number 0 BMW M1 with 5 seconds with 124.913. John Muir in the number 111 Ferrari.
I appreciate everybody coming out to the race.
With 125.652. U2LSP Geo5 AM results. Matthew Overton in the number 174 Lotus Esprit S1 on pole with 125.745. Adrian Rice second, John Maher third. Warm-up session underway. 10 minutes to prepare.
It's weird how much harder it seems to be consistent with no force feedback.
P6 for Ross Smith. Quiet run so far.
Why did you lose force feedback if you have just a button?
That's a whole nother issue that we're not going to get into. Except that I did a driver update and I have not been able to figure out how to undo it. So just going to leave it at that, okay?
Okay. So it's self-induced. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Is I'm like, what a stupid idea to listen to. Hey, driver update. I'm like, okay, and then anyway, so we'll get it resolved one of these days, and I'll have learned my lesson.
I stopped updating my drivers years ago.
Now, I should have known better, but I didn't. So anyway, and then what sucks is I got kind of a little bonus at work, so I've ordered a new monitor and another hard drive. And of course, I screwed my wheel up. That stuff hasn't arrived yet. Anyway.
Let's ride with Johnny Gutierrez in the number 102 Ford Zaxby Mustang.
for Matthew. You may want to cool your radiator. One's
Hey, Carl.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you're very, very low, John.
Johnny Gutierrez holding P2.
want to watch your radiator temps. Might want to open it up one thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very careful with that.
Was that Brian or somebody say something to Carl?
Yeah, I was going to say, Carl, you want to pump up your system, get the biggest processor you can fit in it.
Battle for
Get the
P3
best damn
with
graphics
2L
card.
SB Gear 5. Gilles London and Oliver Day.
Well, my system isn't lacking. It was when I first started. My brother built me a system that did barely play RF2, and then a couple of years back, he told me what to buy, and I call it a juice blower. It runs everything about maxed out. So.
Oh, cool, good. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I
Get ready to money
Adrian Rice,
crypto.
fastest in U2L
I couldn't
SB
believe
5
all the stuff I was missing
127.392.
on the graphics.
Switching to
'Cause
Adrian Rice's onboard in
the
the
first thing I did
21
was,
Lotus
when I
S1.
updated my system, I said, I can turn all this stuff on. So I saw all the stuff that I was missing. And then for Christmas, my wife talked my mom into buying me a gaming
Johnny Gutierrez
monitor.
tops 2 LSB
I didn't realize how
with a
much
126.385.
how much better the graphics would be just with
3.67
the
quicker than
monitor
JT
upgrade.
Tony.
And now I've got a 31-inch curve monitor. It should be coming any day now.
I was going to say, I got 334-inch curve monitor. You can do a tri-monitor setup. You'll love it.
Well, I'm pretty low end on this as far as money-wise. So the bang for the buck has been tremendous. And then
Bitch, their bonus wasn't big enough. Tell them.
well, I don't complain because some people do. And I'm like, no, more money is more money. I mean, as a manager in the past, I used to experience people
Pack
say,
Racing, Johnny Gutierrez.
would
I see what your
complain.
problem is. You're pronouncing it wrong. To get more money, you got to say mo money. I need more money.
But having been sober for 15 years and addicted to this game for 3, I'll take this addiction over every other thing I did to try to kill me.
Amen.
JT Tammy at the top of the
yeah.
standings,
You can
lining
you
up
can slide a
P4
tri-monitor.
on the grid.
I love it, especially looking for apexes and corners and stuff. It's really cool.
Well, and a friend of mine sent me his old VR. I haven't tried to use it yet, so I might go down that rabbit hole too. I don't know just yet. But still, for the bang for the buck, I'm in this cheap, and I've got my money's worth.
5 minutes remaining.
And you did your fastest lap without force feedback, right?
Yeah, that's not saying much, but it is saying something.
Yeah, it is. You don't need all the
We're back with Johnny Gutierrez in P2. Now with 2L SB Gear 5 leader and championship leader, JT Tammy.
JT, what's your fuel consumption on that 124?
That lap was 4.5.
Piss up a rope.
P1 for JT Tammy, a quiet run so far. P2 for Gilles Lalonde, 2L SB Gear 5 with a 126.155. That's 1.48 behind JT Tammy. John Maher into P2 in U2L SB Gear 5 AM, 128.495. That's 1.69 behind Adrian Rice. A 3-car battle. Ross Smith, Brian Hall and Matthew Overton fighting for position.
Curves are no.
Yeah, they do a number.
At least in the Porsche.
Yeah, I'm finding it. You just stay away from them, no matter what. I think.
Ross Smith holding P3.
There is a reward if you, or a bonus if you get a pit speeding violation here. So good luck with that. You might actually be able to do it. I don't know.
Brian Hall currently P2 in 2LSB Duo 5 AM. P3 for Matthew Overton in U2L SP Duo 5 AM with a 128.849.
Seconds for tires.
Don't tell me that.
Although I did
P9 Brian Hall keeping it clean. Let's see it from JT Tammy's perspective in the number 55 Porsche 935 K3.
Carl, I don't remember, but is Watkins Glen running the same time as the
2 minutes left in the
PWSC
session.
Watkins Glen?
John Yuan into P2 in 2LSB Duo 5 AM, 129.856.
I guess I'll just have to look after.
Bro's got his hands completely tied with no force feedback right now.
Oh, what was, I'm sorry, I was stepped
P3 for
away.
Oliver Day in 2LSB Duo 5 with a
I was just asking if you happen to know
125.783.
offhand if
Wheel to wheel in 2LSB
the
Duo 5.
VHSC
Oliver Day
Watkins
challenging
Glen
Gilles
was around the
Lalonde for
same time as
P2.
the VWSC, like a doubleheader.
Brian
no,
Hall
I
into
sure
P2
don't.
in 2LSB Duo 5
don't have
AM,
to look. I just-
127.078.
Oh, and then there's a bit of news. Dawn did give me the
Gilles
Brainerd
Lalonde cruising in
track,
P2.
and I
1
tested
minute
it.
to
It's
go.
going to be fun. So next week is the last round of my the GTCC series in the Super Touring that we're doing the 1967 Nord's track, and then the next race after that will be is Brainerd. I think July or June 16th. So that one I'll get it up and for testing or for y'all to get
Can
as
John
soon as
Maher
our
finally take that
races
top
over
step?
next Tuesday.
5 races in and still looking for a win.
Nice.
And then this month also kicks off the Indy cars, the CART 1985 and
Lanny Hall into
Matt
P3
Nars.
in 2LSB Duo 5
Indy Car
AM,
Series. We'll be running 3 of the exact
127.542.
same
That's
tracks.
1.35
Road
behind Ross Smith.
America, Mid Ohio, and what's the other one, Matt? I can't remember.
Warm-up is over.
Portland.
The teams will
yeah,
now make their
those 3
final
tracks.
preparations.
So we're going to have an opportunity to see how those cars compare on the exact same tracks. So the CART 1985 mod, it's a handful.
You said Nords, right, Carl?
Nordschleife, yeah, that's
Nordschleife, the full course.
in Super Touring, yeah, but it's a 1967 historic track that I got that I found on SRO's site, and I thought, well, I've driven a lot of different Nords, but I've never raced that one. So, all right,
Yeah,
30
I
seconds.
think we did several times. Let's see how
I
much-
just haven't in my time.
Yeah, for the we're at 30 seconds. That's
I don't,
quick
man,
turn.
that caught me by surprise too.
20 seconds, 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
And here we have the grid for today's race. 12 cars across 3 classes. Starting with 2LSP Duo 5. On pole, JT Tammy. P2, Johnny Gutierrez. In P3, Gilles Lalonde. Oliver Day, P4. Moving on to 2L SPG 5 AM. Pole position for Brian Hall. P2, Ross Smith. In P3, John Ewan. At P4, Lanny Hall. And now U2L SPG5 AM. Matthew Overton, pole position. P2,
I'll just say
Adrian
good luck,
Rice.
everybody have a great race out there.
Good luck.
Yeah, same.
In P3, John Maher. At P4, Carl Struhal.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and have fun. Hope to see everybody finish the race.
We're racing for 53 laps at Mid-Ohio Chicane, 12 cars across 3 classes. .7 seconds the margin for Carl Struhal in P12. John Maher challenging Adrian Rice's position. John Maher holds P2 in U2L SPG5 AM. Trouble for Adrian Rice in U2. Now on board with Adrian Rice, driving the number 21 Lotus Esprit S1. Adrian Rice running 7.7 seconds behind the car ahead. Matthew Overton still searching for that first win of the season after 5 starts. Johnny Gutierrez is all over JT Tammy for P1 in 2LSP Gear 5. The attack continues on JT Tammy. Adrian Rice had a significant problem on lap 1. Here's what we missed. We rejoin the 2LSP Gear 5 battle P1, JT Tammy and Johnny Gutierrez. Oliver Day, making a move on Gilles Lalonde. And returning to the battle for P3 and 2 LSPGA 5, Oliver Day versus Gilles Lalonde. Oliver Day with 4.6 seconds of clear ahead. Adrian Rice goes green in Sector 1. Ross Smith trying to hold off Gilles Lalonde for P4 in 2 LSPGA 5 AM. It's been over a minute of battling now. Great 2 LSPGA 5 racing. JT Tammy defending P1 from Johnny Gutierrez. P2 Johnny Gutierrez, 0.8 back from the next car. JT Tammy leads the championship starting from P1 today. Johnny Gutierrez maintaining P2. Let's look back at when Adrian Rice came to a halt on lap 1. Back to the fight for P1 in 2 LSPGA 5 between JT Tammy and Johnny Gutierrez. .7 seconds the margin for Johnny Gutierrez in P2. Ross Smith challenging Oliver Day for... Ross Smith works through traffic. Here's Gilles Lalonde's pass on Oliver Day in 2L SPQ 5. we rejoin the 2LSPG5. Oh, JT Tammy under pressure from Johnny Gutierrez in the 2LSPG5 fight for P1. Brian Hall challenging Oliver Day for position. Traffic cleared for Brian Hall. Brian Hall has been quicker, pulling away. Oh, another look at Adrian Rice overtaking Carl Struhl in U2L SPG5 AM. Returning to the battle for P5 in 2. Oh, battle for P1 in 2LS. Switching to Johnny Gutierrez's onboard in the number 102 Ford Zaxby Mustang. Oliver Day has ducked into the pits from P7. Johnny Gutierrez running 0.7 seconds behind the car head. Ross Smith trying to hold off Gilles Lalonde for P3 in 2LSPG5 AM. Oliver Day back out on track after 63 seconds. Gilles Lalonde yet to stand on the top step this season, 5 rounds in. Meanwhile, Oliver Day pitting from P12. Ross Smith with an 8.4 second advantage at the front. Adrian Rice challenging Lanny Hall for position. Adrian Rice gets by Lanny Hall. Adrian Rice is building a cushion. Pit stop complete for Oliver Day, 63 seconds. action in 2L SP Duo 5. JT Tammy versus Johnny Gutierrez for P1. Lap 11 for JT Tammy, settling into the rhythm. P1 JT Tammy keeping it clean. Battle for P6 in 2L SP 5 am John Yuan and Matthew Overton. John Yuan with 2.7 seconds of clear air ahead. John Yuan is chipping away at Brian Hall's lead, 2.4 seconds now. Personal best in Sector 1 for John Yuan. P2 for John Yuan in 2L SP 5 am with a 126.748. That's 0.83 behind Ross Smith. JT Tammy under pressure from Johnny Gutierrez in the 2L SP 5 fight for P1. Johnny Gutierrez running in P2. Can John Maher finally take that top step? 5 races in and still looking. Oh, look at this U2L SB G5 AM battle. Matthew Overton versus John Maher for P7. This is turning into a real chess match. On board with John Maher in the number 88 Lotus Esprit S1. John Maher holding P8. Johnny Gutierrez is all over JT Tammy for P1 in 2LSP Duel 5. Remarkable. Oh, Gilles Lalonde lost the rear in 2LSP Duel 5. Here's the replay. Back to Gilles Lalonde, running P3 in 2LSP Geo 5. Here comes Adrian Rice on Gilles Lalonde. Let's check on John Ryan, P3 in 2LSP Geo 5 AM. That's John Ryan's best Sector 1 of the session. A mere 0.8 seconds covering this intense fight. Great 2LSP Geo 5 racing. JT Tammy defending P1 from Johnny Gutierrez. While we were elsewhere, Lanny Hall stopped on track on lap 13. Back to the fight for P1 in 2LSP Geo 5 between JT Tammy and Johnny Gutierrez. A solid 15 laps so far from Johnny Gutierrez. P2 for Johnny Gutierrez, a quiet run so far. Battle for P6 in U2LSP. Let's see it from John Maher's perspective in the number 88 Lotus Esprit S1. Ryan Hall still searching for that first win of the season after 4 starts. Gilles Lalonde had a significant problem on lap 13. Here's what we missed. We rejoin the U2LSP Geo 5 and battle for P6, Matthew Overton and John Maher. Adrian Rice is closing in 0.5 seconds. Oh, battle for P1 in 2LSP Geo 5, JT Tammy and Johnny Gutierrez. P2, Johnny Gutierrez, 0.5 back from... Ross Smith is in trouble in 2L SPG 5AM. Here's the replay. Returning to Ross Smith in P1 in 2L SPG 5AM. Wheel to wheel in 2L SPG 5AM. Matthew Overton challenging John Young for P5. Neither driver giving an inch in this prolonged battle. Gilles Lalonde heading into pit lane. They've been at it for a while now. What a fight. Here's Adrian Rice making a move on John Mayer. We're back with Adrian Rice in P2. Oh, let's look back at when Ross Smith came to a halt on lap 17. Back to Adrian Rice running P2 in... Oh, JT Tommy trying to hold off Johnny Gutierrez for P1 in 2LSP Gear 5. Impressive consistency from Johnny Gutierrez. Gilles Lalonde has ducked into the pits from P12. Johnny Gutierrez running in P2. While we were elsewhere, Lanny Hall stopped on track on lap 17. Returning to the battle for P1 in 2L SPGA 5, JT Tammy versus Johnny Gutierrez. Johnny Gutierrez now 21 laps done. Look at this 2L SPGA 5 AM battle. John Yuan versus Matthew Overton for P5. Matthew Overton has completed 21 laps now. John Yuan has caught Brian Hall on track. They're not giving up. Great racing. Johnny Gutierrez is all over JT Tammy for P1 in 2L SP Gil 5. Johnny Gutierrez is in a real groove, metronome laps. Johnny Gutierrez cruising in P2. Johnny Gutierrez closing the gap to JT Tammy. JT Tammy has been strong this season, 2 wins from 5 starts. After about 30 seconds, neither driver is backing down. John Nguyen right behind Brian Hall now. Matthew Overton has cut the gap by 0.6 seconds. P5 for John Nguyen, a quiet run so far. John Nguyen is reeling in Brian Hall. A solid 24 laps so far from John Yun. .6 seconds the margin for John Yun in P5. Switching to 2 LSP Gear 5 and P2, Brian Hall. John Yun is chipping away at Brian Hall's lead, 0.7 seconds now. What a defensive drive from Brian Hall. Gutierrez, 5th in the championship, pitting from P2. Oh, we're at the halfway mark, 26 laps to go. Brian Hall, yet to stand on. Oh, something has gone wrong for Gilles Lalonde in 2 LSP G5. Let's take a look. Returning to Gilles Lalonde in P4 in 2 LSP G5. Oliver Day inherits P9 with cars ahead pitting. Wheel to wheel in 2 LSP G5 and Matthew Overton challenging John Yun for P4. Gap now 0.9 seconds for Adrian Rice. Lap 26 for Matthew Overton, settling into the rhythm. Pit stop for Adrian Rice. Oh, Gilles Lalonde had a significant problem on lap 24. Here's what we missed. Back to the fight for P3 in U2LS. Meanwhile, Brian Hall pitting from P11. Matthew Overton making a move on John Yuya. Matthew Overton clears the slower car. John Yuya going for it on Matthew Overton. Oliver Day up to P7 as the pit stop cycle through. P10 now for Gilles Lalonde as the stops play out. Carl Struhoff, 5th in the championship, pitting from P6. Johnny Gutierrez, 5th in the championship, pitting from P9. Gilles Lalonde slowed dramatically to LSP Gear 5. Here's the replay. We're back with Gilles Lalonde in P4. Oh, let's look back to when John Yuan came to a halt on lap 27. Back to Gilles Lalonde running P4. Oh, Johnny Young trying to hold off Matthew Overton for P2 in 2LSP Gear 5 AM. John Maher has ducked into the pits from P9. Gilles Lalonde inherits P8 with cars ahead pitting. Carl Stillholt, 5th in the championship, pitting from P9. Ryan Hall up to P9 as the pit stop cycle through. JT Tammy in from the lead for a pit stop. Pit stop for Ross Smith, currently P6. Championship leader Gilles Lalonde heading into today's race. While we were elsewhere, Matthew Overton stopped on track on lap 27. Returning to Matthew Overton in U2L SP Group 5 AM driver Adrian Rice. Oh, Matthew Overton has problems in U2L SP Geo 5 AM. Don't overlook Matthew Overton climbing 5 spots to P3. Matthew Overton extending the lead. Oliver Day challenging Matthew Overton for position. Matthew Overton is in trouble in U2L SP Geo 5 AM. Here's the replay. We're back with Matthew Overton now on board with Oliver Day driving the number 50 BMW M1 Group 5. Matthew Overton, 10th in the championship, pitting from P5. Gilles Lalonde had a significant problem on lap 26. Here's what we miss. Back to Oliver Day, running P1 in 2LSP Gear 5. Oliver Day leads by 22.1 seconds. Adrian Rice under pressure from Brian. Strong drive out of hairpin 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice gets a better exit from hairpin 1. U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice accelerating harder from hairpin 1. Strong drive out of hairpin 1 for U2L SP Gear 5 AM driver Adrian Rice. John Nguyen, 7th in the championship, pitting from P4. Matthew Overton heading into pit lane. P8 Brian Hall, keeping it clean. Let's ride with Oliver Day in the number 50 BMW M1 Group 5. JT Tammy at the top of the standings, lining up P2 on the grid. Oliver Day maintaining P1. Oliver Day has completed 33 laps now. Look at this 2LSP Gear 5. A solid 33 laps so far from JT Tommy. The leader, Oliver Day, has pitted. Ross Smith is all over John Yuan for P4 in 2LSP Gear 5 AM. John Yuan has been quicker, pulling away. This duel has been going on for about 30 seconds. John Nguyen has reeled in Lanny Hall. Ross Smith has cut the gap by 0.6 seconds. Big moment, Oliver Day picks from the lead. P3 for John Yuan, a quiet run so far. Gilles Alonda leads the championship starting from P5 today. Now with 2LSPG5 and P2, Ross Smith. Better entry speed for 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith at hairpin 1. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith carries more speed into hairpin 1. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith braking deeper into hairpin 1. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith to the edge on entry to hairpin 1. Watch the braking into hairpin 1. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith is later than... Oh, Oliver Day looking to get by Brian Hall. Traffic cleared for Oliver Day. Oliver Day rejoins from the pits, 133 seconds stationary. Hairpin 1 is where 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith pulls away. 2LSPG5 AM driver Ross Smith is quicker through hairpin 1. Ross Smith making a move on... Oh, here's that 2LSPG5 AM pass by Ross Smith on John Nguyen. We rejoin the 2LSPG5 AM battle for P3, Ross Smith and John Yuan. Ross Smith running in P3. Great 2LSP Geo 5 racing. JT Tammy defending P1 from Johnny Gutierrez. Johnny Gutierrez in P2, a gap of 1.3 to close. Gilles Lalonde, first in the championship, pitting from P10. Look at this 2LSP Geo 5. This battle has been raging for over a minute now. Oh, battle for P1 in 2LSP Geo 5, JT Tammy and Johnny Gutierrez. Can Gilles Lalonde finally take that top step? 5 races in and still looking for a win. JT Tammy's advantage is shrinking. Johnny Gutierrez has closed by 0.6 seconds. P2 Johnny Gutierrez, keeping it clean. Battle for P3 and 2LSP. Ross Smith cruising in P3. Ross Smith is pulling away, gap up by 0.6 seconds. Ross Smith ticking off the laps on lap 39. Let's check on 2L SPGA 5 leader JT Tammy. A gap of 5.3 seconds for leader JT Tammy. JT Tammy holding P1. .42 laps completed by JT Tammy. Two wins from 5 starts for JT Tammy. Here's the view from Ross Smith's cockpit in the number 0 BMW M1 Group 5. Laps to go. Ross Smith has completed 42 laps now. P3 for Ross Smith, a quiet run so far. On board with JT Tammy in the number 55 Porsche 935 K3. JT Tammy maintaining P1. JT Tammy now 45 laps done. Ross Smith cruising in P3. Championship leader Gilles Lalonde heading into today's race. Five laps completed by Ross Smith. Something has gone wrong for Lanny Hall in 20SP05 AM. Let's take a look.
Oliver, you're warping.
Returning to Ross Smith in P1 in 2LSPG5 AM. Now with the 2LSPG5 leader and championship leader JT Tammy. The leader JT Tammy has built a gap. Let's look back at when Lanny Hall came to a halt on lap 44. We're back with JT Tammy in P1 in 2LSB Gear 5. P1 JT Tammy keeping it clean. Five left. JT Tammy ticking off the laps on lap 48. Now with the 2L SP Gear 5 and leader, Ross Smith. P3 for Ross Smith. A quiet run so far. Ross Smith now 48 laps done. Ryan Hall still searching for that first win of the season after 4 starts. Now with the 2 LSP Geo 5 leader and championship leader JT Tummy. JT Tammy still in control up front. JT Tammy maintaining P1. Look at this U2L ST Gear 5 AM battle. Adrian Rice versus Oliver Day for P5. Lanny Hall, second in the championship, hitting from P10. Two laps remaining. Still just 0.6 seconds between them. Lanny Hall back out on track after 69 seconds. One lap to go. Over nearly 2 minutes of wheel-to-wheel racing here. Lanny Hall, second in the championship, hitting from P10. Neither driver giving an inch in this prolonged battle. Let's ride with Ross Smith in the number 0 BMW M1 Group 5. JT Tammy takes the checkered flag, the 2LSP Gear 5 winner. The championship leader, JT Tammy. Switching to Ross Smith's onboard in the number 0 BMW M1 Group 5. Victory in 2LSP Gear 5. On board with Oliver Day in the number 50 BMW M1 Group 5. A first win of the season. Johnny Gutierrez finishes P2 in 2L SB Gear 5, 5th in the championship. John Yuan finishes P2 in 2L SB Gear 5 AM, 7th in the championship. Oliver Day completes the 2L SB Gear 5 podium, 9th in the standings. Jill Zalanda finishes in P4 as we watch this battle unfold. Ryan Hall completes the 2LS. John Maher currently P2 in U2LSP Gear 5 AM.
All right. Well, congratulations, JT, Ross, and Adrian for their victories in their classes. Looks like there was some fun racing. I did fine until I screwed up in the pits again. Changed my POV. I gotta fix that.
That's kind
Good racing, JT. I had nothing on you. Man, you're like a Jedi on the gas.
Who all had to save fuel? Did you have to save fuel, Johnny? It looked like you were hanging with him for a little while.
I was trying to stay behind him, not pass. I just wanted to see what he would do, and I still suck at it.
You were staying with me, dude, and I was saving, mostly because I had to save tires, but
I was saving fuel the whole freaking race.
Ford's a gas guzzler, huh?
It is.
I don't know. JT went one lap more than I did. Not that I was like saving tons of fuel. So
Yeah,
I
was saving fuel and I still ran out of gas, and so would have had one lap to go if JT hadn't lapped me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had extra fuel.
messed up my calculation again. So no good.
Yeah, I finished with 3
Well,
laps.
appreciate everybody coming out. Hope y'all had a good time. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Good racing, guys.
Mike